I'm Duan. Welcome to PD Tech for another professional guide.
And I'm Peter. We combine 40 years of industry experience with modern tech to keep your business moving.
Watch this video to learn how to set up repeating journals to automate recurring journal entries. Click Accounting, then select Manual Journals. Click New Repeating Journal. Select the first journal date. You want Xero to create the first journal. We'll select the 31st of August. Then, enter how often you want Xero to generate the journal using the Repeat this journal every field. If you choose a month-end date, Xero records the journals at the end of each month. In this example, we're setting up a repeating journal to release an insurance prepayment to the profit and loss. We want the journal to repeat every month, so we'll enter a 1 and keep months selected. Enter an end date if you want Xero to stop generating the journal at a certain date. In this example, we need to release the prepayment up until the 31st of December, so we'll enter that date. Next, choose to Save as Draft if you need to edit the journal before approving. This is often best for posting payroll journals or other journals where the amounts will vary each period. Or, if the journal stays the same, select Post to approve and post the journal. As we're releasing an insurance prepayment equally until the end of December, we'll choose Post. Use the File icon to add supporting documentation to the journal. This could be a copy of the monthly report from a separate payroll system, or a copy of the bill for an insurance prepayment. Enter a narration. This field is mandatory and acts as a title for the journal. When you click the field, an option to Insert Placeholder appears. Click the link to add date details for each repeating journal to make it easy to identify the period it's for. This could be Payroll Journal, Month, Year. Or, in our example, Release of Insurance Prepayment, Month, Year. Xero selects the two checkboxes below the Narration field by default. With the Default Narration to Journal Line Description checkbox selected, Xero enters the narration into the description for each journal line. Deselect this if you want to enter different descriptions. With the Show Journal on Cash Basis Reports checkbox selected, you'll see the journal on the reports such as the Cash Summary and Sales Tax Report for your region. The amounts are drop-down defaults to No Tax, as most journals wouldn't attract sales tax. However, if you're posting a journal that requires sales tax, select whether the amounts are tax exclusive or tax inclusive. Click the description field. Xero enters the same details as the narration field if you kept the default narration checkbox selected. If you remove the selection, enter a description for each journal line. Then, select an account to code the first line of your journal. You can't post journals to system accounts, such as accounts payables, accounts receivables, and bank accounts. In this example, we'll choose insurance. The tax rate defaults to the rate assigned to the account in your chart of accounts. However, Xero ignores sales tax if the amounts are field is set to no tax. If you use tracking, choose a tracking option to assign income and expenses in journal lines. We'll leave this blank for now. Enter an amount in the debit or credit column. For our first journal line, we'll enter a debit of $200 for the released insurance expense. For the second line of our insurance prepayment reversal, we'll click to add the same description, choose Prepayments, and add $200 in the credit column. The total debits must equal the total credits before you can post a journal. Add additional lines if needed to record the full journal. Click Preview Placeholders to view how the placeholders will appear in the journals. We can see the journal we've created with the chosen placeholder in the narration and description. Once you've entered all the journal details, click Save. Select the Repeating tab to view, edit, or delete repeating journals. Create repeating journals to save time recording recurring accounting adjustments, such as prepayment reversals or payroll liabilities.